Hi, hello. Why am I always so awkward when I try to say hello? I never know what to say. That's why I say hi, hello, which is the same thing, but yeah. Hi, hello. Welcome to my 7th update on my Pando's Eyeshadows project. Also, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Alexi created this project. Everyone kind of does it differently. How I do it is just I randomize 5 different eyeshadows and I try to use them until I hit pen on them or until I use them 20 times so I can roll them out and roll in another shade in. But yeah, my main thing is to hit pen, but I don't hit pen in all of the shades. It depends. So yeah. My color story last month was like this. It was a mixture of color and neutral shades. At first, when I rolled everything in, I was super excited. Then in the middle of the month, in the beginning and in the middle of the month, I was like, I don't really want to do any looks. I was feeling a bit tired because in the previous month I was doing a lot of looks so I could roll out some of the shades, and then this month I was like I kind of want a bit of a break, and I kind of did that. And just in the last week I tried doing more looks because I was like, oh no, I want to do looks. And I would also do, like, when I was at home, I would also do like 2 different looks in each eye, and yeah, that way I was able to kind of bump up my usage. But yeah, I wasn't really doing anything in the beginning of the month, but I do have some progress, not a lot, but I'll show you my progress. So the first shade that I was using is from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and it is the shade Beam, this second shade. And as you can see, I don't have any pen on it. Like, all of my shades are pretty new, so yeah, I don't have any pen on this update. I'm sorry. This shade, I'm liking using it, but it's just an inner corner shade. I used it 8 times this month as a total of 21 times. And this was kind of last minute. I think I might roll out this shade. I wasn't thinking about it, but when I noticed that I used it more than 20 times, and it's an inner corner shade, and I have 2 inner corner shades in my Panda palette that I completely ignored this past month because I had this one. Should I roll this one out? Like, I'm asking, but you can answer me. Unfortunately, I'm really indecisive about this. Last month, this shade was pretty flat, kinda, and now I can see a bit of a dip, but I don't know if that dip will be a pen in the next month, so I feel like I should roll this one out, and hopefully I don't get another inner corner shade, because yeah, I think I will roll out this one. I've used it the 20 times that I want to use every shade at least, and it doesn't show a lot of usage. I really wanted to hit pen on this one, but yeah, I think I will roll out this one. I've decided I will do that. Okay, continuing to the next shade. The next shade is also from this palette, and is this mocha shade right here, this brown shade. This one I used only 5 times, like, it's so little. Last month I was using it quite a bit, and this month I just only used it 5 times. In total, I've used it 16 times, which is kind of like not that much, but I do have a bit of a dip. I already had a bit of a dip, and this one I'll continue to use it. I do have a brown shade in my Panda palette, the Modern Essence, if you want to watch it right here. But this one I'll continue to use it because it's not the exact same, and I can actually pair both of them, and it creates a good look. Like, it gives me a good depth on the look. So this one I'll be continuing using it. The next 3 shades I rolled in last month, so of course I wouldn't have pen. Well, I could have pen on them, but not in my type of usage or in my low amount of usage. But I actually do have a pretty good progress. So yeah, the first shade comes from the Miracle palette from Glamlight, and the shade that I was using was the Superwoman shade, this shade right here. And yeah, you can kind of see that I have a that I do have a bit of a dip. Last month it was kind of flat. I don't know if I only used it once or twice before it was on this project, so it was a good shade to get rolled in. But now I actually used it 12 times, and for 12 times I do have a bit of a good dip. I'm super excited about it. And I do want to see, probably in the next month I won't have pan, that would be good, but I think in 2 months I could have pan in most of the shades that I have currently in the project. So I'm going to continue to use these shades, and hopefully in 1 to 3 months I will have pan on them. So yeah, the fourth shade comes from the Carly Bible palette from BH Cosmetics, and the shade that I was using was this last shade. This also had a bit of a dip, not much, but it had a bit of a dip, and now it has a way bigger dip. I'm super excited about this one. I used it 11 times this month, and I would really hope to hit pan on this in this next month. I don't know. I would really want to do that. I don't know if that is going to happen. This shade isn't that pigmented, so I can use a bit more of it if I want to get a dip look. I normally use this one with a pink shade, and they look so good together. I really like that I got both of these shades at the same time because I can wear them at the same time. But yeah, I'm really liking using this shade. It's a good shade, and yeah, hopefully I will hit pan on this one in the next month. I don't know, but yeah, it has a good dip, and I really want to hit pan in all of the shades from this palette, so hopefully I will be able to do that. And the last shade comes from the Zulu palette, and it is the bluish green shade. I still don't know if this is a blue or if this is a green. I think this is a greenish blue, but I don't know. Every time I use it with a green, it turns green. Every time I use it with a blue, it turns blue. So it's a mix of both, I think. Today I tried using this shade. I really wanted to use just this shade, but it is so hard pressed, and you do have to get quite a bit. If you want this color to appear in your eyes, you really do have to pack it on a little bit. And I actually went with this Jada shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette on top of this blue-green shade because it wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be. It's kind of, I don't know, like I like this shade, but it's kind of underwhelming. Every time I want to use it, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use a blue shade, and then it's not a wash of color, it's more than that, but it's not as impactful as I would want it to be. So I had to put that jade shade on top of it to get it more deep. I was able to use this one 11 times this month as a total of 11 months because it's first month, but I do have a good dip. I wasn't expecting it, but because I did have to apply it more than once, I was able to get a bit of a dip. But hopefully, I don't think in the next month I will hit pan on it, but in 2 months probably I would really want to hit pan on this blue shade. I'm super excited for that day. But these were all the shades that I had to use this month. Yeah, I wasn't able to hit pan on anything, but I did have a good time with all of the shades. At first, as I said, I was like, what am I going to do with them? Because I didn't really know if I was able to pair all of them together, but I actually found ways that I could pair all of these shades together, which is like, what? Also, I played a lot with two-tone kind of looks, for example, using the brown on both eyes and then just the blue eye and then just a pink eye, and I really liked it. So yeah. I don't think I have any photos. If I have, I will post them right here, but I don't think I have, but you have an idea of what I did, kind of. But now let's roll in one shade because I really wasn't expecting it, but I'm super excited about that. In total, I have 219 shades, so let's see. I don't want an inner corner shade, and I would hope for a small palette. Yeah, I really want. If it is an inner corner shade, I will roll in another shade. I will roll it out and roll in another shade. But yeah, if it's not a small palette, I won't roll it out, but I would hope for a small palette. So yeah, let's see which shade I will be using in next month. 54. Kind of trying to think about the palette. Yeah, I don't really know. I just know it's an older palette because I have them in chronological order. So let's see which palette it is, and I'll look at the shade when I have the palette here. So a minute, well, a second. You know how it is. Hi again, so it was less than a second for you, but the palette that I will be using is the same palette. So I rolled out a shade from this palette and I rolled in a shade from this palette as well. So it's the shade Little Lady. I think that is a shimmery pink shade, I think. Let's see. So, well, I have to see the name. Yeah, Little Lady, it's the last shade. So the shade Little Lady is this last shade right here. It's a pink shade and I think it has a bit of gold in it. Not as much gold as this shade, but yeah, it's a pink shade with gold, I think. It's a fun shade. I will be able to pair it with the pink and the purple. That will be good. I was waiting for, well, I wasn't waiting for a shimmer, but I haven't been having a lot of shimmers. It's pretty good that I have one that goes well with the shades that I have at the moment. Yeah, this is the new shade and I'm actually really rude, but I'm actually really excited about this shade. I don't have another small palette, but at least it's a shade from a palette that was already in the project, so that is really useful for me because I don't have to bring in another palette. So yeah, let's see how much I'll be able to use this shade until the next month. I'm actually really excited about it. Yeah. So my color story changed a little bit. I still feel like it's quite colorful. It's just the brown right now, and I can wear this shimmery pink with the other two pinks, so I'm really excited about it. I've said that a lot of times. I need to stop. But yeah, like it's kind of the same color story. It's just that it's not an inner corner shade, it's a pink shimmer shade. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you don't want to miss any of my updates, please subscribe to my channel. I hope you have an amazing day and I'll see you next time. Bye.